Well, the goal of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Siouxland is to help young people reach their full potential. Tonight, the organization did just that while honoring 4 Sioux City teens.
The 4 candidates for the club's annual Youth of the Year Award have spent time interviewing, writing papers, and taking part in other professional development tasks to try and earn that honor. This year, the winner was 15-year-old West High School student Annika Baker. The award came with a $2,000 scholarship. In accepting the award, she talked about her journey to find Boys and Girls Club and change the trajectory of her life. Also honored with a $500 scholarship, 13-year-old Elazer Hula, 13-year-old Mia Franco, and 12-year-old Gracie Carroll, all from West Middle School. The club's executive director says the whole experience was worthwhile for these teens.
The experience is really critical because this is, a really difficult process for some of them. It gets kids out of their comfort zone, and we ask them to do some really hard, really challenging things.
The guest speaker at the awards ceremony was Coriat Woodruff. He's a former Youth of the Year winner himself. Woodruff graduated from West High School and spent time on the Briarcliff University football team before transferring to Division II Pittsburgh State in Kansas. He's an NFL draft prospect and credits lessons from the Boys and Girls Club with helping him to reach his goals.
The Boys Club, it gave me stability, it just gave me a place where I could come every day after school and do what I love to do and learn and play sports and thrive athletically, and it just gave me sort of a safe place to be who I am.
And Woodruff says he was honored to be the guest speaker at the event tonight. The Help Wanted sign is out at the Sioux City Community School District.
That's right. The district needs to hire bus drivers, instructional assistants, and food service workers. Now, a job fair was held today at North Middle School. Those interested filled out applications while on site, and some interviews were even held for people interested in the district's part-time food service positions.
Due to the shortages around our community and even the nation, we're kind of feeling some of the impact of that, so that's why we're here trying to get the word out of what it's like working within our school district and filling in some of those much needed positions.
The district's food service director said the candidates who did on-site interviews looked promising.
It works really, really well for people that are semi-retired and or stay-at-home moms or dads, because you're in school the same time that your children are in school, so you're home at the same time, so it fits the family dynamic there very well.
If you are interested in the job openings, all you have to do is find a link to the application. Head on over to our website right now, KTIV.com. For more than a century, Boys and Girls Home and Family Services has provided care for local kids who have dealt with traumatic situations. Thanks
to a $2.7 million grant from the state of Iowa, that nonprofit will be able to move its operations into one location where kids can learn, play, and grow. KTIV's Nick Reese has the story.
For around a decade, Sioux City's Indian Hills Shopping Center has been scarcely occupied, but that will change in about a year. Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, which provides residential treatment services for children who have been traumatized, moved its Family Services division into the plaza a year ago. Soon, they'll take the rest of their operations with them.
We'll be tearing up about 2 acres of asphalt here and transforming this into a campus for children. They spend their whole day here. Part of their day will be group therapy, and the other part of their day is just being kids, going to school and being kids.
The first phase of the project will be complete in just a few days. Boys and Girls Home moved their thrift boutique, Stuff, across the plaza from the strip mall to their Family Services building. All the proceeds from the store go back into the organization's operations. Now that Stuff has moved out of the strip, the organization will prepare for its demolition to make way for a new residential building.
That will contain all of their living quarters, and the kids will go from the living quarters over to the school and keep it all in one place.
The school building structure is already complete and is next door to the strip. Children living there will be able to go through a tunnel from their living area directly to the school. Staff are confident that the new setup will be a refreshing change from the current living situation at the old St. Joseph's Hospital on Court Street.
They won't have to contend with the stigma of being in an old hospital building. So as we come over here and tear this up, we want it to be a living, healthy campus.
The new campus will also include areas to keep kids happy and having fun, such as an activity room, a quiet day room, serenity gardens, a media room, and a game room. In Sioux City, Nick Reese, KTIV News 4.
Leaders with the Boys and Girls Home and Family Services also hope to engage the community with the new campus by holding monthly dinners. That's where guests can learn about mental health topics. And organizers also hope to create what's called a community garden. It's an agri-hood.
We'll irrigate it, they need to come in and weed it and stuff, but then the public, along with our children, are going to have a garden that they can share together, and that's very therapeutic for our kids.
Right now, the organization's building on Court Street can accommodate 30 kids. The organization has plans to accommodate as many as 46 kids when the project is done. Work is expected to be complete by the first quarter of 2024. The Stuff Thrift Boutique has already moved across the plaza to its new location. Doors open for business Wednesday.
Americans are ready for new leadership. That's what Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley told a crowd in Urbandale, Iowa tonight. Tonight, Haley criticized the Biden administration for escalating inflation and inaction when a Chinese spy balloon entered U.S. airspace 2 weeks ago. She also criticized Congress for trillions of dollars in debt and its inability to balance the federal budget. Haley said it's time to focus on solutions and to stand up for what America once was.
We proved that America was still the standard. When we speak, the world listens. What we do, the world follows. Who we are, the world wants to be. Now we got to do it one more time.
Haley is one of a handful of high-profile Republicans making their way to Iowa leading up to the 2024 caucuses. Last week, the former South Carolina governor and UN ambassador announced